In the dust-covered ruins of what was once a flourishing city near the modern-day Euphrates River, archaeologist Dr. Helen Cartier unearthed a clay jar sealed with pitch. Inside were scrolls unlike any she had ever seen, fragile to the touch, yet brimming with enigmatic symbols and images. It soon became clear that these were not typical cuneiform tablets common to the region. They bore the hallmarks of an unknown script that predated any known human civilization. As the scrolls began to crumble under the assault of modern air, Dr. Cartier and her team worked feverishly to transcribe and preserve their contents. Through a combination of infrared imaging and delicate chemical stabilization, they managed to extract a series of narratives that shed light on a shadowy period in human history, rooted deeply in the mythological and verging on the divine. The scrolls spoke of the Garden of Eden, but not as the idyllic paradise depicted in mainstream religious texts. Here, Eden was described as a vast, labyrinthine complex, an amalgam of natural beauty and architectural marvel, crafted by beings who were neither wholly divine nor entirely mortal. These gardeners, as they were referred, had mastered not only agriculture, but also the elemental forces of nature, bending them to their will to create a living sanctuary of unimaginable splendor. Among the gardeners walked the seraphs, ethereal creatures with iridescent wings, tasked with maintaining the equilibrium of this Edenic construct. The seraphs communicated through a series of melodic tones, capable of influencing the very fabric of reality within the garden's confines. However, their most guarded duty was the preservation of the Tree of Knowledge, a colossal plant that was central both physically and spiritually to Eden. According to the scroll, a human, referred to only as the Seeker, somehow found his way into Eden. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and guided by cryptic dreams, the Seeker traversed deserts and mountains before encountering the outer wall of Eden, which was described as breathing with a life of its own, pulsing with the rhythms of a great heart buried under stone and soil. The scrolls detailed the Seeker's interactions with the seraphs and his eventual confrontation with the Tree of Knowledge. Unlike the tale of forbidden fruit, leading to mankind's fall from grace, this narrative instead described the Seeker's choice to embrace the forbidden knowledge offered by the tree, which imparted wisdom in the form of an overwhelming flood of visions and voices. Empowered and enlightened, the Seeker did not bring about ruin, but instead returned to his people to lead them towards a new way of living in harmony with the natural world, guided by the principles he had learned. This proto-society, as detailed in the scrolls, balanced technological advancement with ecological stewardship, achieving a symbiosis lost to later generations as the knowledge became obscured by time and human migration. Dr. Cartier, reflecting upon the completion of her translations, realized that the implications of these texts extended far beyond academic circles. They hinted at a worldview where humanity was not separate from, but integral to, the stewardship of its environment, possessing the potential to coexist peacefully with the Earth's rhythms. However, before she could further explore the implications of her discovery, Dr. Cartier received an order from an undisclosed global entity, demanding the immediate cessation of her research and the surrender of all materials related to the scrolls. Faced with threats to her career and personal safety, she was forced to comply, hiding away copies of her translations in hopes that one day the story of the lost scrolls of Eden would find its way into the broader public consciousness and inspire a return to the harmonious living once envisioned by the Seeker.